How's it going, Blazers? Working to bring you specifications you can relate to so you can have an educated decision on your purchases. I'm David with Blade Banter, and we're going to get into this knife here. So thank you very much to drop.com for providing this knife to the Apex Pass-Around group. So it's going to be going around to other reviewers as well. This is going to be dropping on March 16th, so you have a few more days to save your money, set something aside, set a timer for it. But this is going to be the Gavko Nurse by Michal Gavac. So that's going to be this knife here. And then we're going to look at some of the things for it as far as sizing wise, see how it looks as well. So we'll have this as far as adult male and adult female hand, see how this fits. So this is going to be for an adult women's hand as far as how that's going to really sit for you. And then also adult male hand roughly. You can print this out in the description down below as well, so you can get an idea as far as how that is when you print it out for yourself. This one goes for about 3.7 ounces as far as the weight on the knife itself. So that's going to be where you're going to come out to see kind of what your preference is. Pricing wise, it's going to be about $180. There are some other prices out there, so we'll really see when it drops on the 16th as far as what the price will be. But that's the price that I was communicated on with it. This one is one that I still like about 2 to 3 pounds of pull to actually open a blade. So we'll see where this one comes in at for this one here. So normally I use the Lyman pull gauge to get the pull on it, if I can actually get it to pull. So this one's about 2 pounds, 1.2. So a little bit lower, but that's something that still it's able to flip open pretty well for the knife. And then you do have quite a few different ways to open it as well. So you do have the regular light switch, push button, which is going to be kind of that straight through. So you're going to be able to push it. Maybe, yeah. So not as effective as that. But then you also do have the thumb, if you can get that. Maybe. Oh. Come on. There you go. So you do have a thumb available, but it's not as easy as a middle finger flick. And then you have a pinch and roll, so if you want to be a little bit more incognito, you can do it that way. Or you do have a traditional as well. You can open it as well. So this one is about 2.98 inches for the blade. So just a hair under that 3-inch mark. So for your local laws, it might be something that's available to you. I would call this a lamb's foot blade. So let me know as far as what you guys think as far as that goes. And this is actually a flat grind for that primary and about 3.96 inches for that handle. So it's kind of that standard 3 and 4-inch mark for it. Behind the edge thickness about 6 sheets of paper. So it gets 6 sheets of paper out of your printer, and that's going to be how thick this is behind the edge, about 22 thousandths for it. And then you're going to have about 4mm blade stock. So it does have to taper down quite a bit for that right hand tip up as far as what you're going to have for this one. And then to take it out of your pocket, it's about 1 pound, 1.4 ounces. So when you actually do take it out, so it's not something that's going to be really tugging on your pants pocket a lot, which is actually a good thing for it as well. Steel wise, S35. So as it is made by We, you do have kind of the little hidden feature there. It's very small right here. So that's going to be something that kind of We's known for as far as doing that hide and seek type of thing with the blade steel, and not very much graphics on it. So it does have the Gavko logo since it is that collaboration. This one's going to be for S35. Corrosion resistance side is going to be about 67th percentile roughly, and then for edge retention with good heat treat and everything, that's going to be about 60th percentile in comparison to like the super steels out there. So that's going to be something that's pretty decent. For the actual sharpness I got for it, it's going to be about 22 degrees per side as far as what I measured. I am getting something from Kickstarter, so thank you very much to Steve Kluver for pointing me in the direction of it. There was a catcher one that was like $400 or something, but one came out on Kickstarter for I think $40. So when that comes in, then I can actually measure it with a laser beam to actually give you a little bit more visual side on that as well, so you can see what the actual measurement of per side as far as the angle that it's ground at. So this one itself, there's a little bit there's a different way that people determine play on a blade. So then once it's open, then there would be kind of side to side, and then up and down, which would be this way. So up and down play, and this one doesn't have either. And there's also another one that some people look at as well. So in the halfway open position where it's not locked, to check on pivot. So there is a little bit of movement there. So I think that's going to be on a lot of blades, but that's going to be just another level of tolerance for a knife. But really it doesn't make much difference for that, but it's just kind of just dialing it in that much more. And you probably, when you get into super high end, that's going to be something that's really important for that. But at 180, more so when it's open in the usable position is probably what you're going to be looking at. So one thing that did happen too, so with this, when I was using it, it loosened up on me. So it was coming directly from them. I didn't put any Loctite on it. So I went and actually tightened it up. And then a little while later, it actually started to loosen up again. So I did actually put some Loctite on it. And even after that, it loosened still. So I'm not too sure if that's going to be an issue for it going forward, but that's going to be kind of an annoyance as far as how that came about. For different styles for it, you're also going to be having, I think, two different colors more. So it's like an aqua and then the ocean. So ocean is this color here. So there's the ocean, and I think this is the stonewash. So there's also going to be a satin version, and you're going to have a sand and a satin, or a satin, and one that's called aqua. So I don't know what that's going to look like exactly. So that's going to be something important for the actual drop to check that out. There's also one that I just got in. These are the Eric Oaks links. So this is actually one made by Riot. This is made up by We. Same price point though. So for buy, bar, avoid, I would say it's a pretty good buy. If this is the size you're looking for, I personally would rather have it a little bit bigger, maybe even a half an inch, which is not a lot, but that's going to be where it's going to be harder for certain areas because the blade would be a little bit longer as well. So you got to decide on as far as what you think. I'm probably not going to pick it up yet. I do like the action of the thresher better, but I also do like the flow of this more than the thresher. So if this was a little bit bigger, that would be something that I'd be more interested in. But let me know as far as what you think about this knife here. And thank you very much for your time. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. And thank you very much.